Every single successful investor has this one thing in common, and that is that they are able to analyze data more efficiently and better than anyone else. They're able to take advantage of opportunities that no one else sees. So during a bear market, this is crucial. Whether you're talking real estate, NFTs, crypto, stock market, this is absolutely essential because it helps you determine which projects are better than others, which companies have more attractive valuations than others, and which properties are going to be more profitable, have better cash flows long term. So what I've been using as of recently to help with my crypto and NFT investing in particular is going to be Alpha Trend. Alpha Trend I want to share with you because it has a couple of useful tools. It's ultimately an investment analytics platform that empowers investors to make profitable decisions built on a combination of data that some people don't even know about. They use new data tools as well as traditional data tools, and ultimately they combine off-chain and on-chain data with social signals, everything that's going on in social media, to help investors win and profit when others are struggling. So let's talk about it. With Alpha Trend, the platform, you can see there's a couple of main features that we need to go over. First is going to be with main features of for their NFT analytics, which let's go over. With analytics, you can see for NFTs that they have hype score, momentum score, and influencer backing. These are very important because you can see with momentum score, ultimately what it is it's calculated based on the price and volume data from NFT transactions. According to their research, it says that there are significant momentum patterns during NFT trading that can indicate if the prices will continue to rise or if they're going to fall. And depending on the time interval, momentum score is calculated using price and volume movements. A momentum score of over 50 indicates a increase momentum. A score below 50 indicates a decrease in momentum, and a score of 50 indicates that it is just pretty neutral. So when you look at these scores right here, you would want to look at NFT projects that have higher momentum scores. You could filter it easily just by clicking on momentum, and you can see for these projects in particular, 64, 63, those are projects that are trending up, that have increased momentum as of recently. Then we're looking at hype score. You can see with hype score, what hype score is it's calculated based on posts and engagement volumes from Twitter accounts, which are associated with the underlying NFT collection. When you look at the 7-day and 30-day Twitter activities, with equal weights, and you quantify the increase or decrease in volumes and derive the hype score based on them. That is how they actually do that. So ultimately what it's saying is that, look, with a score of 50, there's been unchanged volume of like Twitter activity and social media activity. If there's a score higher than 50, that means there's increased activity, more hype. And if there's a score of decrease, like less than 50, it indicates there's been a decrease in activity, just meaning less people are talking about it than they previously were. So when you're looking at hype score, you also want to look for a project that has a high hype score, meaning a lot of people on social media are talking about it. And the third thing is going to be this thing called influencer score. Influencer score ultimately demonstrates the distribution of volumes coming from influencers, looking at accounts with more than 10,000 followers, and it also looks at regular accounts which have less than 10,000 followers. Influencers, especially those with a large number of followers, can have big impacts on NFT collections. We've seen this happen multiple times in the past. So when you're looking at this score right here, a score with a collection, NFT collection with 5% of the Twitter volume coming from influencers is ultimately a tipping point and indicates an increased chance of good performance, meaning that when you're looking at this influencer score, you want to see at least 5% because that means there are more influential people with bigger followings, people with more engagement on social media talking about it. That is crucial. So again, when you're looking at all these projects, I would say right now, one that is trending up, one that has a high hype score, and one that has a high influencer percentage. Those are things that you would want to look for, and it is reflected in the price. You can see the volume has actually increased for this project in particular over the last few days. You can see that not only the price, but also just market cap is fairly substantial at over $7 million. So yes, when you're looking at that, you can click on Valhalla. You can see the summary of that individual NFT collection. It has all the direct links. You see number of owners, the market cap. You could see when it was created, the supply, total sales, average price, and floor price. Then what you're going to want to do is when you're looking at these NFT collections, you want to dive a little bit deeper and look at notifications, because one thing you want to do is when you see a project that has a high hype score, a high influencer score, and a high momentum score, when you have all three of these scores being high, then you want to actually set some notifications, because you could get real-time notifications as to what is going on with the project. And as you can see right here, the current floor price is 0.678 ETH. So let's say you own the collection. You want to take some profits. You can say when the floor price is above, let's say one ETH, then you want them to email you or send you a Telegram message or send you an SMS message. These are real-time notifications. So you can see the second that collection has a floor price over one, maybe you want to take profits, then it'll email you directly. Or if you're looking to buy into a collection, you could say when it's under a score of, let's say, 0.5, then they can do the same thing, email you, send you a Telegram message, or also send you an SMS. And we could just say, here, we'll create one and it will email me when there is a drop in floor price, if that were to happen. But you could set them up both ways. So that is obviously very, very important. Last few things with just NFTs is you can see that they have social signals right here, where it shows you how many Twitter followers they have, the growth that they've seen as of recently, and also in terms of actual sales and what has been going on. You can see all of the sales analytics as to what current bids are, where prices have been sold as of recently, and you're able to track everything in real time, as well as, not only sales, Twitter activity, but also floor volume. So all of this is crucial when making a decision when investing in NFTs. Last thing I want to go over just with NFTs is going to be this blue chip holder and whales. When you're looking at these, essentially blue chip holders and whales are important when looking at projects. So what you want to do is when you're looking at an NFT collection, you go to the NFT section, you can see all the different NFT collections. What you could do is you could look and see which projects have whales, which projects have blue chip holders that are also a part of them. And not every project does. But when you do find projects that have whale accounts, when they do have blue chip NFT holders as part of them, that is usually also another good sign. So again, not every project has them, but it does track that in real time. When looking at projects, you do want to get involved. Not only do you want to look at NFT score, the momentum score, hype score, and influencer score, but you also could look at trending wallets and whale wallets. When you're looking at whale wallets, what these are essentially accounts that have significant NFTs in them, that have a lot of money in their accounts, and it tracks their performance over time. It also tracks their portfolio, their activities. You can see all the different things going on with these different whale accounts. For example, this one has 565 NFTs. They have a portfolio in US dollars of $252,000. You can see unrealized gross profit down pretty significantly, but the key thing here is when you're looking at their portfolio and activities, you can see exactly what this account actually owns, and you can scroll through, see all the different NFTs they own, and you could also see recent activities they've had. When did they buy an NFT? Did they sell an NFT? Did they get into a new collection? And you could track all of this by simply following that account on AlphaTrend. You can see exactly what's going on there. So this is something that is crucial when looking into NFTs. This is what I do. I look at momentum score, hype score, and influencer score. I also look at what is going on with whale wallets and with trending wallets. What activity are the big accounts doing? So keep all of that in mind when doing and trading and getting into NFTs. Then when you're looking at what's going on with crypto, it also tracks prices, gives you sentiment, technical analysis, fundamental, what is going on with these projects. For example, if you just look at Bitcoin, you can see with Bitcoin right now, the sentiment. You can track sentiment, technical, macro, and fundamental. It shows you everything, including social data, community engagement, number of posts. You also can see technical data, what's going on with moving averages, Bollinger Band, the MACD, RSI, all these different key technical signals. So this is something that also gives you all of the information you need in one place for, let's say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of your favorite altcoins. So it helps you make decisions on newer projects that you may not be as familiar with. So we could just say, let's say like Uniswap, if you're not as familiar with it. You could see UNI, what's going on with it, and all the different favorability scores, highest and lowest prices for the year. You can see all of that right here. Last thing I want to go over, so we went over NFTs, we went over cryptos just with the stock market. You can see they do also have stock market tools. I know a lot of you guys probably are not as heavily into stock market as in crypto, but you can see, again, just like they have with stocks and with NFTs, they have certain indicators that give you market sentiment, what's going on with investors, how people are feeling about it, and it takes into account social data as well as like institutional data as well. You can see short-term, long-term favorability, what's going on with all of these. So these are some things just to keep in mind when you are investing, is that you want to make sure that you keep and analyze as much data as possible. You don't want to jump into any project too early. You want to make sure that you are doing as much research as possible. So that is why I think it is very important to look and use platforms like this that show you all the possible social data with going on with projects, because getting like fundamental and technical data, you could just look at charts. You could look at reports for stocks. But for social data, it's a little harder to combine, see what's actually going on in social media. What's going on Twitter? Are people talking about it? How are people feeling about it? That is something that is a little more hard to track and a little more difficult to track than just technical and fundamental data. And I think AlphaTrend does a good job of that. So I just wanted to share with you what is going on, what features they have on their platform, and how I've been using it as of recently just to take advantage of some opportunities. So let me know your thoughts on AlphaTrend. I'll throw a link in the description if you want to check it out and sign up. I do have their like pro account, so I do have all of the different features. Some accounts don't have as many features as others, but they do have a free version. They also have a paid version, so just check it out. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.